The week has been too loud, too heavy, too much. It's the kind of week where everything collides at once. Deadlines, clients, family calls, even the laundry piling in the corner. All demanding to be seen, all louder than the other. My desk became the battlefield. Papers stacked so high I could barely see the screen behind them. Files teetering like towers. My phone buzzing so constantly it felt less like notifications and more like alarms, each one screaming, "You're behind. You're drowning." I remember one morning in particular. I sat at my desk, coffee in hand, trying to breathe. But before I could even take a sip, 3 messages lit up at once. A client asking if I could squeeze them in. My boss reminding me of a deadline. My family group chat buzzing with photos and questions that I didn't have the energy to answer. The cup sat untouched as my hand gripped the edge of the desk. My breath went shallow, my shoulders curled in. The sound of overlapping notifications was the soundtrack of the day. Pings over pings, echoes over echoes, until it felt like chaos had climbed onto my chest. I told myself to keep going, to push through, to hold everything together. But my body was already telling the truth. I was panicking. By midday, the stacks of files on my desk looked less like paperwork and more like walls closing in. Every ping was a wave. Every task was another hand dragging me down. I could feel the water rising in my body. Shallow breath, racing heart, that dizzying feeling in the pit of my stomach. And the thought that came, sharp and uninvited, was this: I'm drowning. I can't keep up. I'll sink if I stop moving for even a second. That was my raw truth this week. Not just stress, but overload. Not just pressure, but panic. Stress has a strange way of multiplying. One deadline isn't just one deadline. It becomes a story. If I don't deliver this, I'll lose credibility. If I fall behind once, I'll never catch up. If I can't hold it all, then I'm failing everyone. Culturally, too, I grew up seeing busyness as proof of worth. The more overwhelmed you were, the more it showed you were important. That myth is sticky. It sneaks into my adult life, whispering that calm equals weakness, while chaos equals relevance. But here's the truth I keep circling back to. Chaos doesn't prove value. Calm does. Maybe you felt it too. Do you feel buried by tasks piling at once? Do you catch yourself freezing in the chaos, unable to take even one step forward? Do you believe that only when you're overwhelmed, you're really doing enough? I used to think panic was proof I was needed, that if my body was in overdrive, it meant I was working hard enough. But panic doesn't build trust. It erodes it. Calm clears the fog faster than fear ever could. I wish someone had whispered this to me earlier. Chaos doesn't get smaller by panicking. It shrinks when I steady my breath. It shrinks when I reclaim my calm as a kind of power. Even those stacks of files. At first, they looked like walls closing in. But when I softened into myself later, I realized they were just paper. Heavy, yes, but movable, sortable, one page at a time. So let's pause together here. One breath in, one breath out. Not to erase the chaos, but to remember, calm is still possible, even in the storm. Let's reset together. If you'd like, find somewhere to sit or stand where you feel grounded. Notice the way your feet touch the floor. Notice your shoulders. Notice if your jaw has been clenched. let it soften. This week, we'll practice with visualization and micro-movement, 2 ways to meet stress in the body and in the mind, and we'll let the symbol of paper spilling across the desk become something gentler. Close your eyes if you can. Imagine your desk stacked high with files. The papers are spilling over like waves. Notice how your body reacts just seeing that. Maybe your breath shortens, maybe your shoulders lift. Now, take a slow inhale, and as you exhale, imagine those papers settling into neat, calm stacks. Each exhale straightens one pile. Each breath out clears one small section of the desk. Inhale. The papers rustle. Exhale. They settle. Again. Inhale. The waves rise. Exhale. They become calm water. Keep going for 3 more cycles. Notice how your body responds when the chaos in your mind starts to find shape. Repeat softly to yourself, "Calm is my power. Calm is my power." The desk is no longer drowning you. It's organized, steady, waiting patiently for you. Now, let's try some micro movement. Gently roll your shoulders back. Slow, deliberate circles. Inhale as they rise. Exhale as they fall. Now tilt your head slowly to one side, ear toward shoulder. Hold for 1 breath, then switch to the other side. Notice the stretch, notice the release. Unclench your jaw. Open your mouth slightly, then close softly. Let the tension melt. If you're sitting, press your feet firmly into the ground, imagining roots steadying you into the earth. As you move, repeat gently, "My calm is stronger than the chaos." Now, picture those piles of paper one more time, but instead of chaos, see them as pages of a story, your story. Each page represents effort, care, proof that you are showing up. With each exhale, those pages no longer threaten to bury you. They stack neatly, one after another, building structure instead of collapse. Rest here. Feel your shoulders settle. Feel your breath steady. Feel the difference between panic and calm. I notice it in myself right now. My breath feels deeper, my chest feels lighter. The image of those spilling papers doesn't make me panic anymore. It just looks like work that can be done 1 page at a time. That's the shift. Chaos is still there, but calm is louder. Even pausing here is progress. You didn't need to finish every task to be worthy of rest. You didn't need to clear the whole desk to deserve calm. Even 1 breath, 1 pause, 1 shoulder roll, that's already enough. Calm is my power. Calm is my power. Here's a reflection you might carry into the week. When the chaos rises, what's one small way I can return to my calm? Calm doesn't wait for silence. Calm is yours to create, even in the middle of the storm. Tonight, I'm grateful for this pause, for the quiet sound of my breath evening out, for the way my shoulders finally dropped from my ears, for the reminder that even in peak weeks, calm is still my power.